Greetings, Internet. My name is Chris, and this is Scrap Mechanic. It's a new game. Well, it's actually not out yet. It's in early access on Steam at the moment, and it's kind of interesting if you're into building games with with the ability to make anything you can imagine. So I'm gonna show you a few things, and I'm gonna give you a tutorial on how to make a few things. Just gonna see here. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so sometimes when you load in the game, it seems to lag out a bit. It's quite unfortunate. Oh dear God. Oh man, what the fuck is happening? Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. Alright, so that one definitely doesn't work anymore. Oh no, okay, it looks like it fucked up pretty much everything I'd made. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how to make a lift. How to make different types of lifts, and I'm gonna show you how to make a very simple car, but one which has like a really interesting functionality. See here, if I hit my number one, it opens up like that. So what's special about this car is that it deals with a problem I've been having a lot in this game. You see right here, and that's the fact that I keep flipping over in vehicles. So you can see this one here has the ability to flip and then adjust to whichever. Oh, oops. I think a wheel is stuck in the ground. So this is one of the problems that happens quite frequently with this game here, is that stuff just gets stuck in the ground for no real reason. Sometimes it's if you go really fast. Other times it's well, I don't even know. Like sometimes it's just because the game feels like it. It's pretty simple. It has two abilities. You can see obviously it's missing a wheel now, because the wheel, fucking fused with the ground or whatever. So it has the functionality to open up that way, and if we close that, it can also open the other way. So yeah, this is basically just when whenever like you flip over, you can go the opposite way around and still use the car instead of having to get out, use the lift or whatever, and then reset it like that manually. But first off, I'm gonna show you how to I think I need to completely remove this because there we go. I'm gonna show you how to make a lift. Okay, the loading seems really weird because I mean these were working fine before I closed down and saved. Anyway, so the way you make the lift is you start off making like a pole or whatever, and then you sort of have to decide how far you want your lift to go. I have two different types here. I have this one right here, which is like it has several arms, but the problem with this is while it's good for reaching certain heights, making it this way means that it becomes really unstable unless you make like a frame around it, which I've done here. I had done the same with this one. I'd also made like a door and everything, but it just completely fucked up. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you how to make a lift. We'll make it quite long just to see how that works, because I haven't actually tried that much with the lifts. Well, when you make them really tall, because there might be some problems associated with it. So first off, you have your pole like this, your little grounded rod, whatever, and then we just put one of these, what are they called, controllers on, and then we put a switch on, and then that's pretty much that's our base thing that we'll connect everything to. Then we put a I don't know what anything is called in this, a bearing, okay, and then on the bearing we put like a pole, and we decide how long we want it to be. See, that's fine, and then we do put a bearing at the end and then pull it the opposite way, and then we connect these two. to the purple one, which is our controller. We can also just connect the controller to the button. So now we have our basic mechanism, but we're gonna add one final thing, which is another piece of wood just going downwards. So what we're making here is essentially a piston, and the last piece here is gonna remain in the completely same orientation the entire time, as if it's attached to a gyroscope or something. We're just gonna attach this final point to that. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna figure out which way we want it to turn. So right now the blue indicates which way it turns when it's in the positive on the controller. So if I drag it this way, that's positive. Right now this would mean it would swing into the ground, which we don't want. We want it to swing the other way around, so we could either put this in the negative to do that, or just because I like everything to be very very similar, we'll just switch it around by right clicking when we're looking at it, and we'll do the same with this point as well. So with the first bearing, we'll put that to 80 or 90 I mean, and then at the one at the end here, we'll put that to 180 like so, and then the last one we'll put to 90 as well. And that should, when I click it, yep, you see it goes straight up. This piece right here remains in the completely same x-axis and only moves in its y-axis, so it only goes up. It doesn't go to the side or anything. And that is because our motions are countering each other in a way that means that it does this. And you can use the same mechanism. I might as well show you how to make it a lift or elevator or whatever. So I'd just do this, put a little platform on it. We're gonna set the speed down, because if I click it right now, you can just see how it just sends me flying. So we'll do this, and then we'll click on this one, and then in the bottom we'll set the speed down quite a bit, because you can see it's quite a big motion, this one, because I made it so so big. So to avoid it from flinging me around, we have to lower the speed quite a lot. You can see this is not even enough, because when it goes up, it's like bumping us constantly. Something you can do to avoid having to aim at this one all the time, to, you know, like if you put the controller on the ground or the switch on the ground, it makes it kind of annoying if you have to click it again when you're in the air. So we'll just put it on the main elevator body or whatever. So now we can operate it from here. And this is really neat if, let's say, you're building something really big and your lift is not taking you very far. You can see this simple contraption we just made here will go even further than this one. So this is really good if you're making something that's really big. Currently the game doesn't really support big creations, because the performance optimization is really bad at the moment. If you just have like a few functions going at the same time, the game will completely lag out. I mean, it's not great, but the game is fun, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm just going to show you something here. We're just going to make a normal piston, you know, something you'd expect from a piston. So this is going to be good if they add some, I don't know, I mean, you could probably do it already, but it's good if you like make some mechanisms like a wheel or something. You could have a piston operating it. So yeah, we do pretty much the same thing, except with this one we go down 4 like so, and then up 4, and then sideways like that. Actually, to indicate that this is our piston body, we can want some medium weight, lightweight. That's fine. We can do like that. So I think if we now connect all these to the controller, and oh, that one's the different, it's the incorrect orientation. We just want it like that. Okay, so we're just gonna make sure they're all turning the right way. That one's turning the wrong way, like so. And we go in 90, 180, 90. If you're making multiple steps, all right, I have to connect this one. What is it doing? Oh, right. Yeah, it's a little bit clunky. Oh. So you see, I accidentally reconnected it, or took away the connection to this one, so it reset it. Hold on. Oh, I have to turn it as well. God damn it. There we go. You see, there we have a very simple piston action. And then if you want a proper piston, you can click this button down here, which makes it repeat. And then basically you just have this motion. This is the machine I had over here, which was basically just a wheel going back and forth, spinning the other wheels. But that obviously lagged the fuck out when I loaded the save here. So this is a very simple piston if you wanted to make that. It's quite nice. So, oh, hold on, let's stop here. No, no. There we go. Oh man. Alright, so let's say we wanted to make this even longer. So you wanted the piston to extend even further than that. Just gonna make it go back to the start position like so. We'll just delete this piece right here. We do it down again, up again, and then add our piston piece. And then we'd connect these here. You see, since this one was number 1 originally, well, we can disconnect that. Oh, actually, I'm just gonna disconnect them all because I like when there's sort of order in the way they're assigned to the controller. And there we go. Okay, this should also reset them all. So the first one is 90 again. Second one is 180. We need to change the way they spin as well. We'll do that at the end. Basically, you do 180 on all of them and then 90 on the last one. Oh, is it on? Why? Ugh. See, now it's just going nuts for some reason. Stop it. I don't understand why it does that sometimes. Like the fucking button wasn't even on. Stop spinning. What the what the fuck is happening? Okay, remove the button. Start over. This game is weird. Like, I'm just trying to do something very simple and it just won't let me. Fucking hell. Alright, I'm gonna try and do what I was trying to do again. Hopefully this time the game doesn't fucking freak the fuck out. Oh. So the reason why I'm not extending all the way to the floor is because, as you can tell, the game is not dealing well with collision mechanics at the moment. Just trying to make it a little bit easy on the system. Okay. Connect all these again. Like so, like so. Christ, alright. Let's make sure we spin them the correct way. So this one, we want that way. That one's right way. That way, and that way. Okay. And then we do 90. Oh, by the way, the first spot here, the reason why I'm not messing around with this one is because the first spot is where it will start from. So if I set this to 90, it would default to 90 degrees or whatever from its starting location. Oh wait, I want these to 180. So that's the reason why I'm not doing those. So the reason why they extend is because this one is going one way, 90 degrees, and this one is going 180 degrees the other way, and then this one's doing the opposite, and then they're basically just doing that until the end, where this one, to keep it in the same position, is then going 90 again to counteract the first spin or whatever. So we connect this to a button. There we go. So this is basically just the longer mechanic, but the problem is the longer you make this, the more unstable it will be. Oh, connect that again, and then we could make this. You see, that's another infinitely going piston. All right, so I've showed you how to make a lift. I've showed you how to make the piston. So you can even see, this is a problem though, because currently the game doesn't allow for multiple inputs for controllers. So like I can only hook up one button to this, but you can make a different kind of switch that would sort of work with it. But you could also like replace the button with a sensor, for example. So let's say I wanted to just have an elevator that goes up as soon as I step on it. Then you could have that, and then it would go down as soon as nobody was on it. So you see if I step on it, it goes up like that. Sort of. It's a little bit janky, but then when you want to get down, you have to step to the side or something. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do already, even though the game itself is pretty bare. But it's just amazing to see some of the creations that people have made with the limited options they have right now. Alright, so I wanted to show you how to make this vehicle as well. It's pretty basic. We're going to start off with the lift. Then we're going to make the ground platform. We're going to need an engine here. Let's take that away. Suspension. I'm not really a fan of the sports suspension, so I'm going to take the other one. So I'm going to make it a little bit different from the original design. Just because the sports suspension is not very good for this kind of driving over the hills and whatnot. What else did we need? Did I get an engine? I did not get an engine. There we go. Okay. So then you just pull this out. I'm using Q, by the way, to swap which direction these are going. There we go. And then we need to place the driver's seat on it. Like so. I'm just going to remove these because I don't really need them. And then we'll place two controllers. And we'll just put a button on each. Okay, and let me lift this up a little bit. Then we'll basically do the thing for the wheels. I'm gonna make this a little bit further, I think. Yeah, that's 5. Okay, I used 4 on the other one. I'm gonna do it 5 because that way we have place or room for the bigger suspension. Because the sports suspension is 1 shorter than the other suspension, which is called off-road, right? Okay, I got a little bit ahead of myself. So once you've extended it out like this, 5 on each side, I'm gonna put a bearing, and then another 5. I'm guessing that is. I think that's 5. Might not even need 5. Doesn't matter. Then we put another rotation here, another block. This is the reason why I put one here is because we need that to be able to turn the vehicle. Actually, I made a mistake already. Jeez. Okay, so the mistake I made is that I only put 1 bearing. Basically, what you want to do, you want to put a block and then another bearing. Oh, another bearing, both, and then do what I just did. Bearing here. We're only gonna have the bearing at the end on the front wheels because we're gonna have front wheel turning or whatever you call it. Lift it up a bit so we can place these. So this is the default position of the wheel. Put your wheels here. There we go. We have the front wheels made. Then the back we can extend these only 4 because we don't need the turning mechanic on the back. And we do the same. Place 2 bearings. Place a block on each. Bam. And we'll do 1 more as well. Then we put a suspension. Block at the end on both. Lift it up. Bearing. Wheels. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Now we're just going to connect it all. So first off, we connect all the wheels to the engine. Oh, what the... I tried to connect this to something in the back, I think. So you can only connect these different things to the same unit. So this is a unit different from this one, so I couldn't grab this and connect it to something over there, which is really good, otherwise the game would just be really confusing. Then we connect the engine to the driver's seat. And then since this is our turning mechanic, we attach this straight to the engine. These should be turning the same direction. We'll figure out if it's the right one, right direction once we sort everything else out. Then we're gonna connect the first bearing on all of our wheels to the first controller. And this is the reason why we have two controllers. We need two controllers because we want to have two different functionalities. Then we take the second bearing, connect it to the second controller. And there. And then we connect the separate buttons to each controller, and then the buttons to the driver's seat. Okay, now it's really important we figure out which way we want the things to turn. So this one's going to be that way. So it's going to turn inward, which will lift the wheels up to the normal position. And then opposite for the second pair. So that one's the right way, that's opposite. That's the right way. Oh, this one should remain like that. Yep. This might be a little bit difficult to follow along, but just trial and error. That's how you figure it out, basically. Oh right, we forgot a critical part. We want to indicate how much they should spin, and it's basically just 90 degrees on all of them. And then since we... Oh. Did I turn something on already? Oh, I did. Alright. Alright, so this one you can see, that's for when you're upside down. And then the other one here in the back is for when you're the right side up. And you can already tell maybe that the game is getting a little bit laggy. Hold on. Why is... Oh no. Did I do something wrong with this one, or is it like... I think it's probably just the game messing with me. Okay, you can see there's almost no torque on the engine as well, so we're going to turn this up. Hopefully that's not too much. Oh right, here's another problem. We need to turn all the wheels the right way. So we'll make sure the way they spin is this way. Otherwise it's just gonna run around in circles. Oh, here's another problem. The okay, there's actually multiple problems. Oh man. First off, the what do you call it? These here, they're spinning the wrong way. Oh, and we're gonna turn the torque down by 1. Okay, so now it's turning the right way. A is left, D is right. See if we can force it to spin around again. Oh man, I'm getting a lot of lag here. My frame rate is going to shit right now. Because oh my god, I have like 3 creations in the world, so obviously that's gonna make it laggy for whatever reason. I hope they fix the optimization soon, because it's really a pain in the ass. Like as soon as I stand oh no. Oh no. Fucking hell. Oh, I'm stuck in a tree. Oh, okay, I got out. Thank God. It sucks getting stuck in things. But you see, even driving away from my other creations does not change anything. And it's not like I've built that much. I can't get it to turn the right way up, which is starting to annoy me a bit. And I think I figured out the reason why. Oh god. And we got stuck in the ground again. But yeah, I think I figured out the reason why one of the wheels wasn't turning the right way. Yeah, I was right. I just set the I just set the spin to like 75 instead of 90. Yeah, this is not great. So obviously this game still needs a lot of work to be functional and playable. Well, it is playable to a certain extent. Yeah. Anyway, so hopefully this gave you guys some ideas if you're playing the game, or maybe it made you interested in playing the game. Currently the game is like I think 20 euros on Steam, or $20, whatever. But I wouldn't recommend buying it right now. There's not that many things in the game, and the game still needs a lot of optimization to be functioning properly. I mean, you can do a lot of cool things, but the game is laggy. The performance is really bad, and yeah, and the physics are just all over the place at the moment. Let's see if we can add a wheel back here. I can raise it in the air like so. And that's spinning the right way. Cool. But yeah, it's really laggy right now. I'm probably at like 15 frames per second. And it's like across the board. It doesn't matter which kind of graphics setup you have. Really, it's just the game is poorly optimized. Oh, there's a wheel here. Great. I think it has something to do with how many moving objects are in the game. Like the calculations are probably going batshit crazy. So anyway, yeah, hopefully this this video was interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, see you later.